Hi everyone. Today I want to share a card. These are some samples from my card buffet last month, and I had a couple left over, so I thought I would make them with you. And I love this stamp set. It's called More Than Autumn. It's from the mini catalog, and anytime there's a stamp set with a coffee theme to it, I automatically buy it, even, and I keep them. You know, I tend to sell a lot of my retired products, but I keep all the snowmen, snowflakes, coffee cups, and leaves. But anyway, this one is gonna stay in my house. I love pumpkin, and I probably love pumpkin more than I do the hot chocolate, although I have kids who like hot chocolate more than the pumpkin. So I love pumpkin spice. I love pumpkin spice lattes, apple cider donuts. Anyway, this is a really fun set, and what makes it even more fun are the dies. And you've got dies for all these elements down here, but then you've also got words, and you've got the word hot, and then cocoa, and pumpkin, and apple, season, spice, and then nothing's better than, and then there's a little leaf and a little heart, but that's on there, I believe. Yeah, so everything here cuts out except for the sprinkles. And I love it. It's just really a fun little stamp set and die set. So I brought at Card Buffet, people can kind of choose from a variety of cards, and I had a fall and winter themed version of this exact same card. So anyway, I thought I would share it with you. It's really simple. I am using Poppy Parade and then just designer series paper that you might have any patterns. They are all kind of different. This is just from the pack that you can get that's 6x6 patterned paper, tone on tone, in all the color families. So this is the Brights color family that has Poppy Parade in it. So we're using that on the hot chocolate one. And then for the pumpkin spice one, I actually, it's funny, I already had a bunch of panels embossed with this falling leaf set, so we're going to use it. I don't know if you can see it well on video, and I'm going to go ahead and do some sponging on there to make it show up even more than it does here, so you'll get to see it even better. All right, so here are the two cards, and they're pretty simple, obviously, but I have a couple tips on how to do these leaves, and the cups are real easy, and we're just gonna get into it and make these cards. Okay, so coffee cups, I need 4, and I'm gonna stamp them on designer series paper, so that way you've got patterns on your cups, which is really fun. Now this paper is from a pack, it's a 6x6 pack called Iconic Celebrations, and it has themes for fall holidays and winter holidays. So it's got pumpkins and it has Christmassy kind of colors. It even has some nice things that would be good for 4th of July, not 4th of July, New Year's, because there's kind of like glasses, like champagne. All right, so I need 2 of those. And then on this one, I found some patterned paper in my scrap pile. So I used it. It's an older Christmas paper, and it's in garden green, but you could find any garden green patterns that you have. Okay, so I needed those cups, but then I also need the white parts. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp those, and I don't need the full cup, so actually I can look for some strips. I love finding uses for these little strips. So let's see if that's big enough. It is. All right, so I just need 4 then strips. 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I stamped in the hot chocolate ones, I put hearts, and in the other ones I put pumpkins. And there's some other choices too, like you could do in the hot chocolate ones, you could do a little gingerbread guy or a little candy cane. I decided to use those on the side, so I went with the heart on the center there. So you can do those. Two good hearts. And to get pumpkins. Now the pumpkin, I didn't want to stamp in black and color in. I wanted to stamp in color, although you could totally stamp those in black and color them in. But to get 2 colors on here, I'm using my markers. I'm using my Stampin' Right markers, which are water-based, so you can go right on here and it will clean off. Now, if you use the Stampin' Blends, those are alcohol-based markers, and those are permanent. So if you color on your stamp, you can, if you work really fast, you can do it, but then you've got permanent color on your stamp. So I've got 1. And 2. Okay. All right, now I do want some other little elements. I want these candy canes. So I'm gonna go ahead, this time for some reason I stamped those, but I'm stamping these in black. I don't know why. I just thought it was nice to have these in color. So I want 4 candy canes. Here we go. And 1 little gingerbread man. And what else do I want? I think that's it. Oh, I want some marshmallows. And let's see if this strip is big enough for hot chocolate. I kind of don't think so. Let's see. Nope, not tall enough. So let's go with this little scrap there. Okay, so those are all my stamped pieces. And then we're just going to color. And of course I'm using Poppy Parade. Now for those little cinnamon sticks, or those little candy canes, I'm just going to go every other one. And then on my little gingerbread man, I couldn't decide. Do I want to go copper clay, pecan pie? What do I want to do? And I ended up going with copper clay. And I used the light copper clay. And I did use my blends just because you have a light and a dark variety. So I was able to get a lighter shade. You can kind of choose what you like there. And then on that whipped cream and the marshmallows, you can decide to leave them alone if you want. If you want to, you can add a little bit of something on there. And I decided on my marshmallows, maybe I would add just a touch of Wink of Stella. And then on the whipped cream, you can do the same, or I thought you could just kind of give it a little touch just so that it adds a little something on your card. But I didn't want to go crazy, so it's barely there. It's kind of a little touch of shine. All right, now I have to cut all these out, and rather than have you watch me cut them out, I will go cut them out and come back. I will talk to you about these though. There's not a separate die for just the center, so you can cut those out by hand. They're really simple little rectangles, so that should be okay. There is a die for the coffee cup. So you can cut out all these pieces. I've got candy cane, gingerbread man, coffee cup, whipped cream, and marshmallows. I do want to show you one fun thing on this whipped cream. So see, this is a big piece of whipped cream. And then if you wanted to use that little pie stamp and you want to cut out just the top of the whipped cream, it's the same stamp set, but look, you just cut out the top of the whipped cream. You can kind of see how they made a little space there intentionally so that you could cut that out and it wouldn't look like it was missing anything. And so I thought that was kind of brilliant, and then that way you can put a little dollop of whipped cream on your pie. They thought of everything. Really cute. Okay, I'm gonna cut these out and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my pieces cut except for my leaves, and I wanted to save those because I wanted to show you a little trick with that one. and I've lost it. Oh, I put it back. There it is. Okay, so my little trick for this one is you can cut them. Well, all right, so this particular die is not a solid leaf. You can see that it has like veins, but they come apart completely, so it's like a hollow vein, and then that part is, you know, just kind of extra. Throw away, or you can stick it together like I did. So to have an easier time keeping them together, I will show you my little easier way to do that. So I'm going to bring out my little mini so that I could do it on camera. Where's the plate? Here's the plate. Okay, so I've got a piece here, and let's see, what color do I want? I think I want another one of these crushed curry. So I'm going to go ahead and put the die down and the top plate and push it through. And then when I take it off of the die, see, it's still in there. Now, sometimes it sticks onto your plate, so then that's different. But if you've got it still on here, leave it together like this. And then since we're going to glue this onto our card, go ahead and stick your dimensional right on there so that it's kind of sticking the outline vein and that inside negative plate piece together. And then you could pull it off and it stays in one piece. I hope that makes sense. Let me show you how it is if you don't do that. I'll make an orange one. So sometimes you've got these types of dies where there is the outline. So here it is. It's actually two pieces. And it's like this. So it's like this really cute little outline of a leaf. But I wanted the inside. And so, you know, it's hard to then glue that back together and deal with it. So if you use that dimensional on the back as the way to glue it together, it's really helpful. You could use, if you didn't want it to be on a dimensional, you wanted it to be flat, you can also use a little piece of tape. I want mine to be on a dimensional anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and stick it. And that way it's kind of stuck together as one piece. Okay. All right, I forgot to cut out these little things. I'll do that real quickly. Okay, let's start gluing together our cups. So I've got two pumpkin and two hot chocolate. I'm a little heavy on the glue there. All right, so let's put that aside. All right, so for our card, we've got our card base. This is Poppy Parade. And then I've got my designer series paper in Poppy Parade. And And I've got this piece of basic white, and it's just a circle die, and you can use the deckled circle die or whatever circle dies you have. And I actually love that I had that part cut off because you can use a skinnier strip of paper. Kind of just makes it easy. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the inside. All right, so now my coffee cups are what I'm going to put down first. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of tilt them together like they're saying cheers. And of course you can put whipped cream or marshmallows on your hot chocolate. Or one can have marshmallows and one can have whipped cream. I have a son who absolutely adores hot chocolate and drinks it all year round, my oldest. And he walked in when I was making this card and he said, "I love you more than hot chocolate, Mom." Which was very sweet. Okay, now the rest. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I wanted to put my stamp on here first because it's easier to stamp when it's not all glued together, right? And I got ahead of myself. I wanted to get these pieces put on there, so I'm going to stamp it, but we might have a problem. So I've got hot cocoa right here, and I'm going to stamp it. We're going to see how it works. Okay, not bad. Whew. All right, and then these little candy canes, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue and tuck them behind. And you can do one on each coffee cup or two, that's up to you. This little where'd my gingerbread man go? There he is. He could have a little candy cane in his hand. Here, he's got a little candy cane, and you can put these together any way you like. I think I'll put another candy cane here. You could stamp candy canes on the inside. There we go. This one is full of candy canes. Make sure they're actually in the cup, not on the side. There we go. So you can stamp extra candy canes on the inside. You can do another strip of this paper and stick some candy canes on there. I think I have an extra candy cane, so I might put that on the inside. Okay, so there is my hot chocolate version. Oh, I need my love you more then. Okay, for that, I just grabbed some strips. Do you have these strips in your paper packs? I always seem to have strips in my paper packs. So I'm going to grab that. And then I'm going to use my snips and just flag the end and add some dimensionals. I think this one calls for mini dimensionals. Let's see if I've got some here. I do. There you go. Love you more than hot cocoa. It's pretty simple, but super cute. And then for this one, you had me at pumpkin spice. I do love my pumpkin spice. And so I love it. I'm gonna grab this pumpkin spice. So I'm gonna put them on the same block. Let's see if I can line them up nicely. Pumpkin spice. I like that. Okay, where are my pieces? Okay, so this time I'm gonna remember to stamp first. And I think I will use copper clay. I can't remember what one I used on this one. Okay, now let's put it on our card. Oh, I wanted to use that. Okay, so I was talking about this Falling Leaves embossing folder. It's a really pretty embossing folder that has leaves cascading down the side. It's really pretty, and I just want them to show up even more. So I thought I would grab, this is crumb cake paper, I thought I would grab my crumb cake ink pad and sponge a little bit of crumb cake on top and see if that would make them. I had a sponge out here for this. Where did it go? You know, I have a cat who absolutely loves sponges. I don't know why, but she takes them off my desk and goes off running with them. Let's see if that one's probably okay. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of rub on top of these leaves, and that's gonna help them really show up better. Now the ones down there are going to be covered by that circle, so it's really these ones at the top. But I want to kind of do the edges too, just so that it's not just the top that has sponging. Okay, pumpkin spice goes right there. And let's stick down our coffee cups. Now these two I kind of had like this because I wanted to stick the leaves and things around, and the whipped cream is fatter too, so if I was sticking them towards each other, they let's make sure I have enough room for my whipped cream, so they might need to go down a little bit. Yep. Okay, now we're going to tuck some of these leaves that I already have dimensionals on around, let's see, okay, and then I need the You Had Me At. And that is just a scrap of crushed curry. All right, I'm going to tell you what's happening with this one. These little skinny long strip stamps, sometimes they, when you're putting them down, you might accidentally curve them, like tilt them up or something. So what I do sometimes is I lay them down flat on my desk and then pick them up that way, and that way they're nice and straight, because if I do it with my hand, sometimes I tilt them up. All right, and that's just going to go down on a crumb cake base. I hope you think these are fun. I certainly do. This bundle is, again, I said, in the mini catalog that has been released. Super cute. I just love all of these little elements, and you can use these pumpkins and these leaves and all these different things on other cards as well, so it's just really a versatile little die set. And there's apple cider and pumpkin pie. You can say You Had Me at pumpkin pie. Or donuts are really cute too, so it's really cute. I really love it, and I hope you do as well. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you come back again. Thank you. Bye.